You're scrolling and suddenly, you hear that deep engine rumble, and see fresh steel pushing earth like butter. And that's where this story begins, because today we're diving straight into the 2026 John Deere 450. A machine that's getting serious attention across job sites and online builds for how it blends old-school toughness with modern tech in a way operators actually feel every single day. And if you've ever wondered what makes a mid-size dozer trend among contractors and heavy equipment fans, just watch as this thing fires up with a smooth ignition that sounds confident rather than aggressive, easing into power delivery that feels controlled instead of chaotic. And right away you notice visibility from the operator's seat because the cab design is more open, the sightlines cleaner, and the digital display right in front gives live diagnostics, blade response feedback, and fuel efficiency tracking, so you're not guessing what's happening under the hood. You're reading it in real time and adjusting your workflow without even stepping out of the seat. And speaking of stepping in, comfort has become part of productivity here, with improved suspension seating and refined climate flow keeping fatigue lower over long grading sessions, which means the operator remains sharp and precise even after hours of pushing soil, gravel, or clay across uneven ground. And once the blade lowers, you get to see the balance engineers aimed for, because the hydraulic response is quick but not twitchy, allowing micro adjustments during fine leveling while still packing enough force to handle aggressive cuts when terrain demands it. And that versatility is exactly why small contractors and site developers keep talking about this class of dozer, since it transitions from shaping residential lots to assisting with landscaping or light infrastructure prep without feeling overbuilt or underpowered. And outside the seat, the design shows durability touches that hint at long-term thinking, like reinforced track components meant to reduce wear intervals and service points positioned for easier daily checks, so downtime becomes less of a headache and more of a routine. And if you're the type who appreciates numbers, you'll like how efficiency has been tuned with updated engine mapping that optimizes fuel burn based on load behavior rather than running one constant curve, which over weeks of operation can translate into noticeable savings that actually matter on a tight operating budget. And yet the conversation isn't just about savings, because connectivity plays a role too, as integrated telematics allow fleet owners to monitor utilization, maintenance alerts, and location data remotely, making the machine not just a standalone tool but part of a connected workflow where scheduling and servicing become smarter decisions instead of reactive fixes. And visually it carries that unmistakable construction site presence, with angular panels, purposeful lighting placement for dusk work, and a stance that communicates capability before the engine even turns over. And watching it push material across a demonstration site reveals another subtle advantage in traction stability, because weight distribution and track contact feel planted, reducing slip and helping maintain straight pushes, which directly impacts finish quality when precision grading matters. And if you listen closely while it operates, you'll notice sound dampening that keeps the cabin quieter than many expect, which isn't just about comfort but about communication, since operators can coordinate more easily with ground crews without shouting over constant mechanical roar. And from a creator perspective, this is exactly the kind of machine viewers want to see in action, because it blends relatable scale with visible impact. Every pass reshaping land in a way that feels satisfying to watch and understand. And whether you're running one or just exploring the evolution of equipment, you can sense how this model reflects industry direction, where usability, digital insight, and mechanical reliability intersect rather than compete. And that's why conversations keep circling back to machines like this when discussing the future of mid-range earthmoving, because they show how innovation doesn't always mean radical redesign but often thoughtful refinement that makes daily operation smoother, smarter, and more predictable. And as the blade lifts at the end of a pass and the engine settles back to idle, there's a clear takeaway in how the experience balances familiarity with advancement, delivering a platform that feels approachable yet forward-thinking. And if you enjoy watching machines that transform terrain while demonstrating the steady progress of engineering, keep your eyes here, because more close-ups, performance runs, and operator impressions are coming next, and you won't want to miss seeing how each feature translates from spec sheet promise into real ground-moving performance.